It takes you a while to realise you are a carer. It took me 3 or 4 years. It gets difficult because you don't realise the caring side is creeping up on you.
I think your independent fades because you're doing really everything, every mortal thing, all day. Yeah.
It's a lonely place to be at the best of times, you know. But I think it is pretty obvious when after they've been in conversation with you that they can tell there's something amiss, and so it's only right to explain, really. You know. Well, we've always been a fairly active couple. Our main interest was walking and gardening and that kind of thing, outdoors. Then we noticed that she couldn't remember the names of places we were going to, and we didn't think it was anything to worry about for a while, and then we decided to go to the doctor for a memory test, and he referred us to the memory clinic. And we went along there, probably thinking it was nothing too serious. She really failed on the test, which confirmed the onset of Alzheimer's.
We were a normal family, 3 daughters. My husband had been in the army. I had been in the Air Force. He was very fit. He used to do road race walking. He used to do marathons, and then gradually he began to feel tired. He had to give up playing football because of a nasty break to his leg. I burnt his football boots then. I wasn't having him playing again. And then 3 years ago, because of the medication he was taking for the Parkinson's, he had to give up driving. And that hit him. It really did hit him. He said to start with that it didn't bother, but it has done. The way he mentions things nowadays.
It's all quite new to us, really. He's only been diagnosed not quite 12 months yet. He had a new knee last February. He had quite a few tests for his heart and things like that before he had it done. And then they diagnosed Derek with prostate cancer. He's always been a very, very independent man. We both like to do things for each other, but also we like to do things for ourselves. But in Derek's case now, I'm doing a lot of things for him.
First it's, you know, bending over to put socks on, and then it's the buttons on your shirt get very, very fiddly. In the house, he has various walking aids, and we have a chairlift. But half the time I have to use the remote control on the chairlift because he just can't remember which way he's going and that.
I suppose initially it didn't really affect us too much. Life went on as normal, but then things began to change, you know, and it wasn't just remembering things, it was a confidence to do things. It was all decision making went, and of course the less she did, the more the load is on me. And I'm still in this sort of learning phase, I think, whereas I can see things changing all the time, really. But I don't know whether we're on a normal, if there is such a thing, a normal level of deterioration, or whether whether she's better or worse than normal, you know.
Is when they tell you he's got the cancer, and then you keep going hospital all the time, and they keep telling you it's gone to different places. But I feel as if I've got the cancer as well. I have to go for all these appointments with him and things like that. So it isn't one of you having it, really. It's both of you. And I do feel like that. I do feel as if my life's gone. Yeah.
My main worry is if anything happens to me, you know, initially, you know, who's she going to ring, you know, or who's she going to tell? And she certainly can't live on her own. And I'm not aware that anybody knows that she may have this need one day, you know, so it'll come as a big shock to somebody one day.
When you go to work, I did care work in the evenings, so I like put bath people and got them ready for bed and all that. It's a job and you go home from it, but when you live with it all the time, it takes a lot of doing.
You're always on alert, even at night time. Actually, he said to me last night, he says, you've taken control. He said, but there you've had to take control. He doesn't get up to answer the phone, he doesn't get up to answer the door. I just have to do everything now. But I willingly do it. He's my husband. We've been married nearly 55 years.
Well, my wife will be 79 this year, so she'll be 80 next year, and how many more years, you know, so how long the future is, we're not quite sure, really. And whether Alzheimer's will play a part in that, I don't know, you know.
But he can't stop apologising. He'll say, I'm sorry for bringing all this on you. I'm sorry I can't do this anymore. And that's sad. That makes me sad. Because he is a nice husband. Yeah. Mm.
When somebody is ill, you look after them. And if they're family, particularly like being a husband or a wife, you just do it. You don't think twice about it. Yesterday, the dog was poorly. I bent down to stroke the dog to calm him. My husband came with me, and then there's all three of us on the floor in the kitchen. You can laugh at things like that sometimes, but they're serious. But you have to laugh, otherwise you'll sit there and cry. It's coming to a place like this, North Staff's Carers, it's a lifesaver in a way.
Because if I'm a bit down sometimes, I know my support worker is here. So it does help, and you have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and just natter. I think really we talk about anything. When people say, what do you talk about? Because people think support workers are sitting with you or like a council group. It's not like that. It's a very homely group.
You should grab onto anything that you can get that's going to help. And I don't know whether I'm doing things right or wrong. You know, that's was one reason why I was quite happy to come along here. You know, well, also pick up any hints and tips that other people have picked up along the years, you know.
My 2 hours here on a Monday morning mean the world. The other people here, the people in the group, they've usually been through very, very similar things to yourselves. You can mention tablets, or you can mention the way somebody's feeling, and they know here, don't be on your own. You feel a lot happier, not so depressed.